Officially 4 months taking Zepbound in a clinical trial. How do you think my results are? Stay tuned to find out. Hello and welcome to my channel again. Thank you, all of you beautiful people, for joining me on this journey thus far. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sherilyn, and I am on a journey to wellness through the Cleveland Clinic Institute of Bariatrics. I was chosen to be part of a clinical trial where we test the effects of Zepbound, or GLP-1 medications, to that of bariatric surgery. So welcome, I'm glad you're here, and for those of you returning, thanks for coming again. So, as you heard in the beginning, this has been officially 4 months. I can't believe 4 months has already come, but I have taken officially 4 boxes of the Zepbound medication. So they come in a box. For those of you that don't know, some of you may get a vial. I got the pen, but a box of 4. I've officially completed 4 boxes. So how's it gone? As part of a clinical trial, I am documenting my journey, and I'm inviting all of you to join me to find out how it went. So I'm going to talk about some of the symptoms I've had, the side effects, and whether or not I experienced weight loss. So for those of you that haven't caught up, I'm going to go through a quick recap of what I've done thus far. And for those of you that have been here for the journey, just stay tuned because I'm getting to the good part. You won't want to miss it, that's for sure. So I started on the 2.5 milligram dose, which is the lowest dose you can get of Zepbound. So I got the 2.5 milligram dose, and I took that for 1 month, or 4 pens. After that 2.5 milligrams, they increased my dose to the 5 milligram dose pens, and I took that for 4 months. So I took 2 boxes. 4 weeks, not months. I'm thinking 4 months. Anyway, 4 pens, 4 pens. 5 milligrams, 2.5 milligrams. My side effects for the 5 milligrams were atrocious, and I didn't like it at all. In fact, I questioned even continuing my journey on this clinical trial. But after speaking with my provider and discussing all the effects I was having, the extreme nausea, fatigue, shakiness, I know most people don't want to hear about my bowel habits, but they were atrocious. I was constipated and having diarrhea. It was a weird phenomenon. Really just sick and thrown off. My blood pressure was low. It was terrible, just terrible. And so when I reached out to my provider and I explained to them the symptoms I was having, we discussed what I was eating, what I was doing. We tweaked a few things, but they agreed to drop me back down to the 2.5 milligram dose, which I did very well on. And then for my 3rd dose, I did the 2.5 milligrams. And again, for my 4th box. So my 4th month, I finished out the 2.5 milligrams. So in total, I did 3 boxes of 2.5 milligrams and 1 box of the 5 milligrams. Now, I must say that after the 5 milligrams, I did go 2 weeks without touching anything. My provider asked me to try the 5 milligram again, just to see if it was a fluke because of what I was eating, that I wasn't hydrated enough, or those types of things. I got really sick on that 5 milligram pen again. So I went another 2 weeks without taking any medication, and then on to the 2.5 milligram dose. So oddly enough, during that time period, I really didn't lose much on the 5 milligrams. And I think that's just because I felt so ill. I was trying to eat and drink and whatever I could do to help with those side effects. And it was just not a good feeling for me. So I went back down to the 2.5. I kind of held steady for that. So with this last month, my 4th month on the medication, my 4th consistent month taking the medication, I have experienced some side effects. Month 3 was amazing. 0 side effects. Few, but very tolerable and not much to speak of, really. Month 4 was a little more difficult for me. And so I don't know if it in part has something to do, sorry, my thing was stuck there. I don't know if in part it had something to do with my, the level going up in my bloodstream, because this is a medication that continually goes up in your bloodstream for a period of time, usually up to a month from what I've read. So I don't know if it's just because that level was increasing that month 4 was a little more difficult for me. I again started feeling kind of nauseous, weak. My blood pressure dropped again. There's a video on that. You can go back and watch that when I discuss side effects. But my blood pressure was getting low again. So I was extending the time between doses with the advice of my provider, the advisement of my provider. So I also want to mention that I am not a provider. I am just a clinical trial participant, and I am just here sharing my story. So any questions or concerns or ideas or things you may experience, address those with your provider. Just take what I'm saying as my own personal experience, what I've spoken with my provider about, and the things that I have already gotten approval for from them to do. So back to where I was. I went an extended period, almost, I think 12 days was one, 10 days was one, and then I was feeling a little better and I was able to bring it back in at the week again. I finished my last dose a week. I took the last dose a week later, but I still just felt kind of funky. And so I have permission from my provider to take a little break from the medication, restart it again here in a little bit when I start my 5th box of, I did ask my provider for the 2.5 milligram again. So the 4th month, I was just mostly just that nausea, shaky a little bit feeling, restlessness at sleep. Someone did mention taking magnesium. I have heard that from somebody else as well. I will consider doing that because for some reason the shot does, especially for the first day or two, my sleep is very, very odd. It's not restful sleep. I'm up a lot. I just can't sleep. I don't really know why. My heart's not beating fast, or I'm not experiencing any other symptoms, just that I'm awake. So I will see how that goes. But I'm taking a little bit of a break after this dose, this last dose. So I'm a week out, obviously. It's the full time I've experienced with my injections. But I'm going to take a little bit more time, kind of let my body filter through what I already have in there. I still feel the appetite suppression. I still feel the avoidance of certain foods. I still notice that there's foods that I'll start eating and I just don't want anymore. But I am ensuring that I'm staying hydrated and that I'm eating protein-rich foods. And I'll do a video on all that as well. But I just wanted to get this update out there. So with all that being said, my 4th month, how much weight did I lose? Because I'm sure that's why most of you are here. We all know the side effects and the symptoms that can come with an injection, but we want to know how much weight I lost. And I couldn't wait to find out either. So with that, this month, on my 4th month, I lost not much, but it's a lot, and it's not a gain. I lost 4 pounds, which averages out to a pound a week. And I am perfectly content with that. Why? Because for one, the scale didn't go up. It went down. For 2, it is a slow weight loss, which means I'm not going to have as much loose skin. I'm sure I'll have loose skin. I'm not going to experience all the things of a drastic weight loss, right? My hair isn't falling out. I don't feel that extreme fatigue that I have felt previously on extreme dieting and whatnot. So while 4 pounds before would have really put me into a depression, I would have been very, very upset with myself, probably given up and went and started eating. It's motivational for me. So this is a huge step. It's all a process. And I'm really, 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 really trying to hone in on healthy eating habits and skills so that I don't need this injection anymore. That is my goal. I do not want to be on this injection forever. That is my hope, that I can teach myself the tools that I need to teach myself so that I don't ever end up in this boat again. Because I'm so tired of obesity and how it has ruined my life. What things have I gained? I lost weight, but what have I gained? I gained more confidence back. I finally feel comfortable in my own skin again. I feel happy with my children. I want to go do things with my family rather than be a recluse and hide in my house because I am so ashamed and embarrassed of how I look. I don't feel that way. I still know that I'm overweight. I still know that I have pounds that I'm packing, and I'm not going to be out there all cute in a bikini or anything like that. I have no desire to be cute in a bikini. I just want to be healthy, and I'm feeling so much more healthy. And I feel like my picture being taken with my children isn't always a bad thing. And I find myself smiling in my photos, a genuine smile, rather than feeling like depressed when I look at my picture because I see all the extra weight in my face. I don't see that anymore. And I'm one of those people who loses it from the top down. So I see it up here. I carry it all in my hips, thighs, and rear end. But it's going in the right direction. So I've gained confidence in that. I feel better. I was able to wear clothes that I couldn't before, that I had from when I had lost weight, and I've been holding for years and years, that I never thought I would be able to fit again. And here I am wearing it. I've also gotten recognition from other people like, wow, you're withering away. I'm not withering away by any means, but that means they can see the difference, and it feels so good. So it feels like my efforts are not for nothing, right? And while 4 pounds seems like so minuscule to so many people, it is huge for me because, one, I didn't give up when I didn't see the scale moving like I wanted it to move. And two, I'm not giving up because I didn't lose as much as I wanted to. I'm happy and thankful for the downward trend. Can it be disappointing? Of course it can be disappointing, but we're fighting that mentality, and that's how we see progress. So I just want to encourage you that if the scale is moving slow for you, don't give up. Look at what you're doing, see what you can do to speed things up a little. I've already worked out a nutrition plan. I've got on ChatGPT. I put in the macros and the calories and everything that my nutritionist told me to try and stay within. And ChatGPT gave me a whole week menu with a shopping list to accompany that to meet the things that I need. I tweaked it by adding, this is what I kind of like to eat, this is what I don't like to eat, and it did it for me, which is amazing. So I just got that yesterday. So I'm definitely going to be doing some shopping tonight and maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But I want to get those things in place. I've got a workout routine in place and what I need to do to help burn and maximize that weight loss, because I don't want to grow stagnant. These are all things that we need to do anyway. And so it's just an encouragement to me to do a little more. I'd like to shoot for 2 pounds, at least 2 pounds a week next month. But if not, I'm okay with that too. I hope to, but I have to be okay with that. So I'm just tweaking a couple of things. I want to really get this health journey down pat, not just a weight loss journey, a health journey. So in total, let's get there too. So I lost 4 pounds this week. I have lost a total of 36 pounds since I started my journey, and 41 pounds overall. So since starting my first injection, I have lost 36 pounds in 4 months, and my overall starting to try and lose weight, I have lost 41 pounds. So yay, right? That's huge. 40 pounds in general is just humongous, right? I can't even imagine walking around carrying 40 pounds every day. So I'm not anywhere near where I want to be, but I'm certainly way further than I was, and I'm hopeful for all the future has to bring and all that I will learn on this journey. Again, I thank you for joining me on this journey. I really hope to accomplish great things and instill great habits and be an encouragement to all of you who are out there struggling with obesity and how hard it is, and coming along to share this journey with me. So thanks again for coming. I will get some more videos out to you. Drop them in the comments below. Drop whatever you want me to post about in the comments below. I would love to get some more content out there that you guys are curious about. I have a couple things in mind that have already been suggested to me, so I'll definitely be doing those. And like and subscribe. Join my channel so you can see all that I'm doing on this journey. Will I stay on the medication? Will I get off? When will I get off the medication? What doses will I go up to? The side effects, how the clinical trial works. I have it all coming your way, and I'm glad that you're here again. So I will finish this up now and stop rambling, get it out to you, and I'll see you on the next one.